I'm back here in Vegas. I'm on Fremont Street. I'm gonna walk around Fremont Street, but there is one little thing that I want to make sure that we get started right away. So we're going, I haven't been here for quite a very, very long time actually, and I do want to make sure that this time around I actually get some footage, because I think the last time I didn't really get to take photos. I didn't really know what to make of this place. But we're at the Mob Museum right here. So, as everyone knows, Las Vegas had, you know, organized crimes, central hub of mobsters and stuff. So let's go inside and check out the Mob Museum. So I gotta go through this elevator here, and then the tour starts. That's cool. So what's weird is that you can't take any video when you go upstairs. Just
you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used.
I didn't do it. Didn't do it, officer. This shows I'm only 6 foot. By the way, there's like casino chips that you see here. That was from Hollandale, Florida. Yes, it was like casino chips from New Orleans. You got some Kentucky casino chips. And these are casino chips that was used to launder money, actually. Now this is actually really cool. It just kind of looks like a bunch of file cabinets here. There was actually another mob museum here in Las Vegas, but it was called the Mob Experience, where you literally would walk through exhibits with actors, and it was pretty immersive, but it wasn't very insightful. Here's a look at like a bar that would have been pretty accurate way back in the day. Oh, and even an old slot machine.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then the little dice, the craps.
Oh yeah, this is kind of how they play craps. Like they put it in the cage and they spin it.
So that they can't affect it.
There you go. Also, here is the representation of the wall that was used in the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. So everywhere that you see like the red dots, here, and here, here, and here, you just see them just kind of spattered everywhere. That's kind of where you see the shots landing. And this was from Chicago. They lined a bunch of dudes up against this wall and shot them. These are the bullets that was found out of the victims. See that?
1929. Moran's men invaded to a warehouse in Lincoln Park with a hijacked truckload of whiskey. When they arrived, they were met by a group of men dressed as police officers.
Those are the actual bullets that they found from the guys, and you can actually see
Then 2 or 3
the entry and exit points for each and single one of them. Even way back in the day when you had like a lot of mobsters, there was a really big obsession with G-men, or you know, the federal agents used to bring these guys to justice, and because of such, they would issue toys to kind of promote. See, Dick Tracy was just kind of he was a catalyst of all that. So Dick Tracy was a federal agent before he became like this superhero there. He wasn't really a superhero, but I think you get the point. Check that out. Also, federal agents carried these types of guns everywhere they went. There's a shotgun. You got yourself a Thompson submachine gun. It's a M1A1. You got the Winchester model, 1897. Wait, that's the Winchester model, 1897. This one is a Thompson submachine gun. This one is a Thompson submachine gun, the same one as that one, but with a clip. This is Al Capone's revolver. See, back in 1928, he asked his friend to buy him some guns. This was one of them. Someone tells me this is no ordinary chair. No, it's not. So here's kind of a look at like old school Vegas from the eyes of the mob. There you go. And that is a photo of the nuclear bomb that they've tested in Nevada. It's still open to this day. And actually, like right down the street from here is actually the Atomic Testing Museum, which is actually really cool. Check that out.
The mobsters who financed these casinos all took their share of the profits. Tax-free, off the books.
Stacks and stacks of money. Well, sort of.
They look pretty efficient.
I mean, you can kind of see that it's starting to warp off a little bit.
To steal.
So they have a display of John F. Kennedy. Look at all the newspapers that they had when.
And Jimmy Hoffa disappeared forever. Elections have been bought and sold since the beginning
I really like
of our
that.
country. The political machine in Chicago has often been influential.
Pretty cool right here, I'll tell you that
able to
much.
deliver big votes to Democrats.
But that is the bullet.
Many have imagined shady connections between
Jack
the Kennedys and the mob.
Ruby's
as
gun
JFK's father, Joseph
that eventually
Kennedy,
killed
was involved in
Lee
the
Harvey
distribution of
Oswald.
alcohol during Prohibition.
One of the cool things to really remember about the Mob Museum here in Las Vegas is that this is actually and was an operating courtroom for a very long time. But what they did was that they took the courtroom, they redesigned it so that way it is a museum that kind of talks about the mob influence in Las Vegas, which is actually really interesting because now you get to relive a part of history while learning about a part of history. So this here's just a little quick display of all the papers what the feds would have. Check that out, you see a very important figure, right? Whitey Bulger, Master of Disguise. No secret that my favorite show is The Wire, but this is kind of one of the best exhibits. It kind of shows a lot of the stuff that a lot of undercover officers would have. They had this like little tiny Beretta here, little tiny guns that they had, like kind of holding on, cell phones that he used, sunglasses that was used. This one was a counterfeit designer sunglasses, so that way it made them kind of stand out. You can kind of see all the little information that he used while undercover. Alright, so this right here, if you guys can see me, this is a Thompson machine gun. As you can see, the thing is that it's complete simulation. I think it did like Nah, it's definitely a two-handed weapon. It's definitely a two-handed weapon. There you go, 100 years of made men and their associates. And just rows and rows of mobsters throughout the years. It's pretty cool. It just keeps going and going and going. Actual authentic costumes from The Sopranos. This was Tony Soprano's shirt. This was Paulie Walnut's tracksuit. Nucky Thompson's death suit. So check that out. That's what he wore. And you all know this.
Writing him a receipt on this
Along
usual
with
half door there.
those masks. While El Chapo escaped from a prison that was like here, all the way through here. So it's pretty funny because this is the prison. And then he had his associates like miles away, and they had bought this property. Well, inside the property, as you can see in here, they dug a tunnel that went all the way down. And then down here, they actually had like a cart. So that way they were just kind of digging and 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 digging. But the cart was on rails. And then once they got up here, they were able to dig up through the dirt right in his cell. So he was able to get out from his cell, go all the way down these shafts here, get into the cart, go all the way back to the beginning, and leave. It was that simple. Fremont Street, if you can see up at the very top, that's where the zip line goes. I got my boy here. He's playing the drums. And we're just kind of walking around Fremont Street. And by we, as crazy as it sounds, I mean me and you, as we're walking down Fremont. So, pretty cool to do this quite frequently. For a lot of people who know Back to the Future, this was the site of Biff's. This was Biff's Hotel and Casino, which loosely based on Donald Trump, as everyone will know. But this is the Plaza Hotel. Now, fun fact, I worked here for at least 2 years while I lived here in Las Vegas. I was actually an usher for a couple of the shows that was here. Now, I would love to go and take a look into it and record it. Unfortunately, I cannot. But this is a piece of movie history. Am I right, movie mania Nick? The big things I gotta understand, especially coming back to Vegas, is that it's really hot. But one thing never changes is that fidget spinners are everywhere. Fidget spinners are alive. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, fidget spinners are going to be everywhere, whether you like it or not. Say what you will, but I don't know how I feel about that. Also, just for anyone who's wondering, that is the Heart Attack Grill. Now, if you're over 350 pounds, you eat for free. Absolutely, you eat for free. I am not 350 pounds, or am I? I'm 100 pounds, 110 pounds shy of eating for free. I wanted to see the men's room. I need some specifically, but you have to actually be able to eat and pay money to go see the men's room. But if you guys really don't like that I couldn't show you the men's room of the Heart Attack Grill, be sure to send the hate mail to this address and let them know. Hashtag let Negro Orlando see the bathrooms. And maybe we can get something going. Hashtag let Negro Orlando see your bathrooms. Send your hate mail. By the way, Las Vegas has a mantis of its own. This guy right here. And he breathes fire. Molten, hot fire. This is how the world ends, ladies and gentlemen. Being taken over by mantises, or manti. Which one is it, actually? So, something peculiar about this guy. If you feel free to, oh god, this is gonna get me banned, but if you, oh, this is inappropriate. That's inappropriate. I think every so often I forget how different, hot it is out here in Vegas. It's just, pray for Orlando, but Orlando heat means nothing, because see, you can endure Orlando heat, you can definitely endure Las Vegas heat, and vice versa. Heat's heat, man, whether it's dry or whether it's humid. Well, that's it for the day. Had a great time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Smash that subscribe button. I'm out.
Make the ground shake.